Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2207 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, I'm genuinely excited to continue our exploration of the profound wisdom found in the book of Proverbs. Today we are diving into Proverbs chapter 9, verses 13 through 18 from the New Living Translation. So put on your hiking boots, and together we'll explore the captivating call of folly in these verses. In Proverbs chapter 9, verses 13 through 18, we encounter a stark contrast between the call of wisdom and the seductive call of folly. These verses provide valuable insights into the consequences of our choices and the importance of discernment. So let's start with verse 13. The woman Folly is brash. She is ignorant and does not know it. These verses introduce the character of Folly. She is described as a brash woman, displaying a reckless and arrogant demeanor. What makes her particularly dangerous is that she is ignorant of her own folly. This ignorance can lead those who heed her call into treacherous territories. Now on to verses 14 and 15. She sits in her doorway at the heights overlooking the city. She calls out to the men going by who are minding their own business. "Come in with me," she urges the simple. To those who lack good judgment, she says. Let's pause before we go on, because we see here that Folly's call is not subtle. She positions herself prominently, overlooking the city. She targets unsuspecting passerbyers who are simply minding their own good business. Folly's invitation is directed toward the simple and those who lack good judgment, exploiting their vulnerability. Now into verses 16 and 17. And this is what she shouts out. "Stolen water is refreshing. Food eaten in secret tastes the best." But little do they know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of the grave. Yes, Folly's call is laced with deceit. She entices with promises of stolen pleasures, suggesting that secret indulgences are the most satisfying. However, the consequences are dire. Those who heed her call unknowingly tread into the depths of the grave. This imagery serves as a stark warning against the allure of folly. And now on to verse 18. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, but the path of wisdom is a well-marked highway. This verse underscores the peril of following the seductive call of folly and likens it to a well-paved road that leads to destruction. In contrast, the path of wisdom is described as a well-marked highway, suggesting that wisdom is readily accessible to those who seek it with discernment. As we reflect on Proverbs chapter 9, verses 13 through 18, we are reminded of the importance of discernment in our choices and the grave consequences of heeding the call of folly. Take a moment to consider these questions. How can you cultivate discernment in your life to avoid the seductive call of folly? Have there been moments when you've been enticed by promises that turned out to be empty? Remember, wisdom equips us to make the choices that lead to a life of fulfillment, while folly leads to destruction. Let's summarize these key takeaways in Proverbs chapter 9, verses 13 through 18. The first one is the call of folly. Folly is characterized by brashness and ignorance, enticing those who lack discernment with stolen pleasures. Second, deceptive allure. Folly's promises are deceptive and lead to destruction, unknowingly taking its followers to the depths of the grave. And third, the path of wisdom. Wisdom, in contrast, is a well-marked highway, readily accessible to those who seek it with discernment. In closing, remember that wisdom equips us to make the choices that lead to a life of fulfillment. As we continue on our journey through this vast landscape of wisdom, may we walk with discernment and choose the path that leads to life, not destruction. And thank you for joining me for this leg of Wisdom Trek. I hope that these verses have inspired you to cultivate discernment and avoid the seductive call of folly. As we continue on our journey, may we navigate life's challenges with wisdom and purpose. And if you have found this podcast insightful, subscribe and leave us a review, and then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward. Enjoy your journey and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.